dramatically reduced its stake in IBM. What can you tell us?
Well, he's throwing in the towel. He's looking at what happened to the stock, and he's decided to get out most of his position. Somebody knows a lot about IBM and pretty much everything else. Tom Giles joins us right now, Bloomberg Technology Editor. Glad to have you sitting across from me here.
Good to be here, Corey.
So I just pulled up this thing on the IBM on my Bloomberg terminal. I want to show it to you and to our viewers, which it shows what happened to IBM stock while Buffett was building his position. So if you look over here on the left, you see Buffett increases his position. That's the green line. As the stocks around here, unlike many Warren Buffett holdings, the stock didn't go up while he held it. It went down.
It went the wrong way.
Yeah.
He held it during a really rough period in the IBM story. After Ginny Rometty took over from her predecessor, Palmisano, she really tried to right the ship. She changed some of the ways that they were doing things. The buyback slowed down. She really tried to invest in making this a provider of cloud computing services and getting away from the old IBM mainframes, services, hardware, etc. She's come a long way, but it happened very, very slowly. It's a big ship, and you don't turn a big ship overnight.
I think you're being too nice. I've never been accused of that, at least sitting in this chair. I looked at that holding when he took it and thought, this is a company who's... I was meeting with a CEO of an investment banking firm, an important investment banking firm. It was off the record meeting this morning. And we happened to talk about IBM.
Right.
And we all laughed around the table. I said, yeah, shrinking revenues and rising earnings per share, who's going to fall for that? Warren Buffett fell for that?
Of all people. And this is a guy who for many years avoided technology, feeling like, I want to leave that to people who know more about it. He wanted, traditionally he invested in things that you understand, that I get. McDonald's, for example, is one of the notable investments.
But he also has owned American Express, and he's owned a lot of...
So, very, very interesting because if you've watched my channel, I have shared content on Warren Buffett not being a big fan of cryptocurrency and actually warning investors about the pitfalls of cryptocurrency and that it's going to eventually end bad. And to be honest, I'm a huge Warren Buffett fan. He's a great influence on a lot of people. And I don't want to troll him too hard because on my last video, I was a little bit trolling Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad, and some of his fans came on and were not too happy about that. So I'm not going to try to troll him too hard, but the one thing, it's like the best analogy I can think of is it's like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, where they've been good for so long, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, they fall out of their prime, and a lot of people, it's just hard for them to accept that. And I kind of see that with Warren Buffett, especially when it comes to technology. I mean, he has not done well with his technology investments. And IBM is, was supposed to be investing in blockchain. And it just kind of shows that, it changes. Investing changes over time. It's just like, I'm sorry to keep making sports analogies, but it's just like basketball. The game evolves, and just because a player was dominant in a certain era doesn't necessarily mean that in the future they're going to continue to be good. And I still think Warren Buffett is a genius. I think he's a great inspiration. He has some great books that people have read and highly recommend. And there, he finds a lot of value in companies, but at the same time, I think it's evolving, especially if you want to invest in technology. You do really need to understand, and that's one reason why I made this channel, and that's why I try to recommend other YouTubers that there's just a lot of opportunity to learn about this technology, and I think that's going to make you a better investor. And let's just look at this market dip, for example. Let's just say you unfortunately got in here at the top, or let's just say even over here, in December you bought in, right? When the crash hit here, you could have panicked and you could have sold. But if you really do understand the technology of cryptocurrencies, and if you've been watching this channel, if you go through it, I was a true believer. I was buying in this area. I probably started putting my first buys when the market cap was going under 600 billion. So I was even buying this dip thinking that, it would go up sooner. Now, obviously I'm still haven't regained my position here, but I had enough cash where I made some significant buys down here in the dip over here. So boom, like I already see the market going up. And like I said, if you watch this video, I'm not in it for the short term. I'm long, and I also don't want to pay income tax. I want to pay capital gains tax. So for me, I'm holding for a year. I will take some profits off the table, when I think something is just getting too hot. But 80% of my position, I'm not touching. I'm holding it for over a year, and I will take profits after that year mark has passed by, so Uncle Sam doesn't come after me. And I understand the technology. I did some research, and I'm going to continue to do research, and that's what I recommend to the audience. Warren Buffett's a great investor because he really knows his stocks, and I think that when it just comes to technology, it's the Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan effect, and don't let that hold you back. I mean, there's plenty of ways to make money investing, and I highly recommend doing stocks. That's why I recommend Robinhood. I don't think you should have all your money in crypto. Real estate, for example, is great too, but it's timing, and I just feel like right now with this correction that it's a great time to buy cryptocurrency, and this is the time to get in. But let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel and leave your comments. I think it's really important. If you're watching this on Facebook, please like the page. And if you're on YouTube, leave your comments. I try to get back to it. And I'm not trolling Warren Buffett too hard this time, so hopefully you won't give me a break. But it seems like the Winklevoss twins, if you haven't seen my video, they're kind of right, or they have been right about Warren Buffett when it comes to his technology investments.